Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Alvarado, and today I would like to share with you the research I did with my colleagues Vero and Abeele, Geerts, and Katrien Verbert, titled Towards Tangible Algorithms, Exploring the Experiences of Tangible Interactions with Movie Recommender Algorithms. Artificial intelligence has taken an important part in our interactions and daily activities. With recommendation systems being one of the best examples, scholars report that personalized recommendations tend to produce unwanted experiences for users, such as invisibility, anxiety, biases in the processes, lack of control and feedback, and other ethical issues that challenge the user's autonomy. Although studies have been made about possible solutions to interact with graphical user interfaces, we encourage studying tangible user interfaces to enhance the interaction with personalized algorithmic recommendations. We wanted to have a better understanding of the following interrogates. In what ways do users envision examples of possible tangible user interfaces meant to interact with a movie recommendation system? In what ways can tangible user interfaces enhance the algorithmic experience in movie recommendation systems in profiling transparency and control areas? Is there a possibility that tangible user interfaces could foster algorithmic awareness and more collaborative and social interactions with a movie recommendation system? We also propose the concept of tangible algorithms, tangible user interfaces dedicated to enhancing one or more design areas of algorithmic experience in everyday algorithmic systems, their profiling processes or decisions in a specific context. This research presents a list of design areas to improve algorithmic experience. These include transparency and control, algorithmic awareness, algorithmic social practices, algorithmic user control, and selective algorithmic remembering. We decided to disregard the last two areas of this study's effect, although subsequent studies can explore them in the future. For our research, we implemented a twofold strategy. First, we performed a co-design exploration of low-fidelity tangible solutions to interact with the algorithmic movie recommendations. Second, we implemented a high-fidelity tangible user interface. We initialized a design exploration with a preliminary design space. We tested granular control in contrast with on and off switches. Then, whether the design of tangible user interfaces can gain from self-projection linked with the recommender systems. So we have an abstract and humanoid shapes. Also, soft pillow-like and hard cube-like interfaces. Lastly, we had single devices or a two-device strategy. We embedded all of these design characteristics in low-fidelity prototypes. First, single cube with no granular control, an abstract shape, hard interface, and a single device. Double cubes with granular control, an abstract shape, hard interface, and two devices. A ragdoll with no granular control, a humanoid form, soft interface, and a single device. Rounded pillow with granular control, abstract shape, soft interface, and a single device. We reached out to a sample of 18 active movie recommender system users who were non-native English speakers and between the ages of 21 and 52 years old. All of them had subscribed to a movie streaming platform at least once. We then proceeded to divide the study in three main steps: a sensitizing activity, a co-design session, and a post-interview questionnaire. If you want more details about the sensitizing activity, please refer to our paper. After this activity, we proceeded with the co-design session. We presented our 4 prototypes to each participant during the interviews following a Latin square design. Since the prototypes were low fidelity, an interface was implemented using the movie database API to get movie recommendations and information. When each prototype usage was clear, the interviewer asked for the participants' feedback through semi-structured questions related to transparency, control, and awareness over the system. Finally, our participants filled in a final online questionnaire regarding their experiences and perceptions towards the prototypes. After a thematic analysis, we came up with a series of results regarding the experiences of tangible interactions with movie recommendations. Participants pictured an opportunity in tangible user interfaces to provide an appealing way to elicit explicit feedback and improve algorithmic recommendations. The physicality produced a sense of ownership and control in contrast with graphical user interfaces. One participant even mentioned that this was because of the sense of touching, of power in their hands, that the tangible user interfaces gave them. Participants frequently associated our prototypes with their current remote controls and described how tangible user interfaces could have a hard time competing with such predominant interfaces. Participants stated that granularity makes them feel more in control when you can select and choose the percentages. This way, granular control was a must for tangible user interfaces. The single device approach was favored by participants, implying that fewer devices create better experiences with algorithms and more than one device was inconvenient for this context. Participants didn't see an added value of transparency. because the tangible user interface didn't inform them why certain movies were being recommended. Participants mentioned the social dynamics happening around movies and the interactions around the movie recommender system, giving the opportunity to foster collaborative and cooperative interactions thanks to our tangible user interfaces. Based on the feedback, we also uncovered experiences with the specific design choices included in our preliminary design space. First, although soft tangible user interfaces were referred to as easier to find, comfortable, and appropriate for the context, participants also stated that it could promote interaction mistakes because of these same characteristics. An idle state option was suggested, which we later implemented. Second, hard tangible user interfaces were seen as more precise and portable, but participants were concerned about privacy, possibly losing the item, or for it to become unwanted or a dust keeper. Third, humanoid forms had positive feedback. Participants described them as fun and emotional and expressed how they could portray themselves. One participant mentioned the experience of watching something sad with my sad doll. They also stated that the humanoid form could reduce the seriousness of the interface. Fourth, rounded tangible user interfaces were praised for their accessibility of options and simple interaction, but lack of precision, just like soft tangible user interfaces. While they mentioned how handy it was to check the cubic tangible user interfaces for random recommendations. Following the twofold strategy, in the second part of this study, we introduced our high-fidelity prototype, Recffy, the first tangible user interface designed to interact with a movie recommendation system. Recffy was designed following different principles. We followed a single device approach, chose a soft tangible user interface with an idle state to avoid unwanted interaction, a humanoid form, and granular control. Each movie genre is related to an emotion, and the tangible user interface was centered in user-perceived control and awareness. A dislike function and random recommendation were also incorporated. It also provides 6 different functionalities. It consists of a standby button behind the tangible user interface, pressing the belly to play the selected movie, or long press it to show or hide the justification for it, rolling left or right for navigating, checking for random recommendations, tilting down to dislike, and bending the device's tips to increase or reduce each mode. If you want to know more technical details about our tangible interface, please refer to our paper. Following the study, we can mention the relevance of tangible algorithms in 5 aspects. First, because we can interact and experience them, they cannot overcome the abstract meaning of the term algorithm. Second, users can reflect themselves to contextualize recommendations thanks to tangible algorithms. This is enforced by the humanoid form we proposed. Third, they could provide a new form of algorithmic social practices, increasing social dynamics because of its physicality. Fourth, tangible algorithms produce this sense of control and ownership, promoted by the granularity function. Fifth, they provide a novel solution to explicit feedback, improving accuracy and usefulness. We also believe this study opens new possibilities towards tangible user interfaces and their design, taking into account elements like the algorithmic context and how each physical form is more suitable for each environment. The complementary uses for tangible algorithms such as decoration or playing, and also to take into consideration the implementation of graphical user interfaces to achieve transparency. Recffy comes as the first tangible user interface dedicated to improve awareness and control, enhancing the algorithmic experience of algorithmic systems in various contexts. We encourage you to read the full article. Finally, I would like to thank my colleagues and acknowledge that part of this research has been supported by the Q Leuven Research Council and the University of Costa Rica. Thank you all for your attention.